Hi kids, it's Mrs. Sicuranza. Today we're going to be looking at multiplicative comparisons. This is a way to look at multiplication as comparing. Let's start by looking at the multiplication equation 24 equals 8 times 3. We know when we see an equal sign that both sides of the equation must balance each other, or it means that they are the same. If you know your basic math facts, you know that 8 times 3 is 24. Today we're going to be thinking about this a different way. We are going to be trying to complete the statement 24 is blank times as many as 3. As I'm sure you could guess based on our equation, the answer is 8. Now let's look at why this is true. Let's start by looking at these 3 stars. We're trying to fill out 24 is blank times as many as 3. So we need to figure out how many groups of these 3 stars would we need to equal 24. If we have one more set of the stars, now we have 6. That is 2 times as many as 3. We are trying to get all the way up to 24. Another one would bring us up to 9. Still not enough. Let's keep going. Now we have 3 stars 8 times. If you count them up, you'll see there are 24 stars. That means that 24 is 8 times as many as 3. Another way to think about this is that the equal sign, when we read this, can also be read as the word is. When you read a multiplication statement, you also know that this symbol can be read as times. So when you are trying to say the multiplicative comparison for this equation, you just have to fill in the numbers that are above now. 24, we know that equal sign mean is. 8, we know this symbol is times. And then you would just say as many as the final number, which is 3. And there is our multiplicative comparison. How do you think we would say the multiplicative comparison statement for the above equation? 12 equals 2 times 6. Don't forget to look above and remember what each of those symbols is actually saying. And when you think about that, it's not so hard. Pause and think about it. Remembering the key words for each of the symbols, we can see that 12 is 2 times as many as 6. The final thing we need to remember is that multiplication is commutative. This means that it does not matter which factor we multiply first, our answer will be the same no matter what. That is true of our multiplicative comparisons as well. If we just read this straight across, using what we know from our keywords before, we would say 28 is 7 times as many as 4. Knowing that multiplication is commutative, think of the other way that we could say this. We could say that 28 is 4 times as many as 7. It does not matter which factor would be first because when multiplied together, we always get the same product of 28.